I think Black Americans should start qualifying statements with what is our culture. People from all around the world don't classify what happens in America as American culture when they move here in a weird way. I just think that as Black Americans specifically, we need to be like, in my culture, we do this. So I dealt with like two African dudes in different capacities, just like cordial, and one was like a dating situation. And they both were like, when I initially met them, they were like trying to come pick me up from my house to go to dinner or whatever. And I'm just like, nah. And I was nice about it. I ain't trying to like cuss nobody out or anything. But I'm just like, no, you're not coming to my house and I don't know you. And both of them, one is Nigerian, one is Kenyan, were like, well, in my culture, we do this, trying to explain why they want to pick me up, which I fully understand. But by the time I met the Kenyan, he was the second dude that said that. I had to be like, in my culture, women don't have men pick them up from their house when they don't know them. I understand that when you're in a foreign country and you're trying to explain your actions, you're going to say in my culture, but we don't really say that in America because this is our country, so we don't really think to say in our culture. But when talking to other people who are not from here, I think we should start saying that more, because in my culture, we do this. Not that I don't care what you do, but your culture doesn't trump my culture just because you from another country. If I feel like my safety needs to be protected, then I'm going to do culturally what I understand. Even if I mention Black American, culture could be whatever. It could be your individual cultures. It could be because I'm from Detroit. It could be because I live in a patriarchal society and thus am navigating as a Black woman in this society. So whatever even individual culture you take on, in my culture, I do this. And just because you do something in your culture doesn't all of a sudden make me comfortable, because I still don't know you. My biggest aha moment in actually coming to this conclusion was I was in the comment section of an Angel Reese video, and there was like another Angel Reese hater commenter saying something about her being arrogant. And I made the realization that like Wahite supremacy and Wahite people have this obsession with like athletes being humble, particularly when they are Black. And I realized, like, whether you go to the playground, whether you go to the gym, whether it's the AMP1, Rucker Park, the NBA, Black people are culturally going to be like boisterous, talk junk and all this stuff. And in our culture, that is normal. And there is still these like fail safes in our culture where there's a time and a place for everything. And so there's still mechanisms within our culture where you're not going to just do that at any time. But the most time you should be able to do that is when you on somebody's basketball court and you like doing well. It's a badge of honor to be able to talk junk. But sometimes whether you suck or whether you're playing well, like it's a badge of honor to talk junk. Because sometimes, if you ever been an athlete, I played 4 years varsity basketball, you're getting into somebody's head by what you say, because it's not only a physical game, it's a mental game, even though Black athletes don't get credit for playing an intellectual game. It's similar to when people on social media, whether it's through video or through the comment section, people will try to correct someone speaking Ebonics online, and my retort is always, according to the grammar structure of the dialect of English that they're speaking, their grammar is correct, because Ebonics has a grammar structure. So you looking through the lens of Wahite supremacy or you looking through the lens of standard American English is incorrect in assessing this person's grammar. So in many ways, the way Black Americans behave within our culture is totally fine, but when you put the lens of Wahite supremacy on it, like if you have a camera and you put that lens on it, then it's always going to be wrong. But you can't assess something according to what it is not trying to be.